past month or so has decided to leave the narrative that Samford is failing its calling as a Christian university because of our collective and individual efforts to name racism and sexism as sin, and something that as educators we must include as part of our program. This news outlet, I know not everyone in the room is aware of this, but this news outlet has published blog posts in the past several weeks that specifically name Samford faculty and staff, and academic strategies and initiatives that address diversity and biblical justice on our campus. Let me be clear. What this publication is doing is despicable, and it's wrong. And whatever agenda is motivating them to do this will not succeed. The overarching goal of these articles is to stir the pot. To stir the pot among some who think any mention of racism and sexism in our culture and in our educational institutions is a violation of some newly imagined social contract that magically eliminates the need to continue to educate students on important elements of our history and of our current lived experience. Because the readership of this publication is small and limited, our approach thus far has been to not breathe any oxygen into the universe, or to give credibility to an agenda that is so clearly meant to unfairly shame Samford for the work we feel so firmly called to, precisely because of our Christ-centered educational mission. But that does not mean that we don't see the impact that these stories are having on those faculty and staff members who have been named in the articles, people that we know and that we love, and on those of you who are so deeply troubled by these events. We've been working to support our people from a variety of fronts. I want you to know this, and that work will continue. And Samford will continue to elevate its identity as a Christian institution of higher learning, as a place of discovery and of ideas, as a place of thinking and scholarship. We will continue to uphold our long-standing tradition of supporting faculty scholarship and teaching on contemporaneous issues, and especially on ones that require discerning and knowledgeable Christian perspectives. Finally, you should know that Samford's Board of Trustees voted unanimously yesterday to affirm the university's leadership and its Christian calling to biblical justice. Samford's leadership from the board to me as president, to other members of our executive leadership team, including Dr. Sabora, we are in lockstep and will not be bullied to change our values and our priorities. And we certainly won't be deterred by contrived stories that make the Samford we know and love nearly unrecognizable. Samford will continue to promote biblical justice as part of its educational mission, even if some struggle to reconcile that commitment with their own beliefs. You have my commitment on that. Thank you for letting me address that topic. I've been so blessed this year to work with Dr. Dave Sabora. It's hard to believe that his first academic year is coming to an end. With his leadership and the leadership of faculty, we've accomplished a lot this year. But what I would want you to know most about Dave is just his unwavering support for our academic mission. He is a tireless champion for you as faculty, for our academic programs, and our students. And we're blessed to have Dave Sabora at Samford. So please join me in welcoming Dave to the podium.